the radial rumble. This is the advanced trainer, the SNJ, known as the pilot maker, and at the controls, Jeff Shetterly, a guy who's part of a very, very impressive family as he gets the wheels sucked up there in the landing gear and shows off the lights on the bottom. Jeff Shetterly comes from a family of aviation enthusiasts and serious pilots. His dad is a flight instructor and has flown in air shows for many years. His mom is a flight instructor as well. And as Jeff comes around, he's also got a brother who's a flyer. They're all flyers in the family. His brother, Joe Shetterly, call sign Rifle, a number of years ago was the United States Air Force's A-10 Thunderbolt II West Coast demonstration pilot. And now he flies an RV aircraft like the two aircraft you saw take off just a moment ago. But as Jeff sets up here, let's watch and listen to the sound of the engine. They call this airplane the Texan. The Navy called it the SNJ. The Army Air Force called it the AT-6, the Advanced Trainer 6. First flown in 1938. Depending on whose history books you read, maybe 22,000 of these were built. Starting off with a roundhouse loop. This was the last type of airplane a cadet would see in his training prior to moving on to the fighters, the bombers, the transport aircraft, or whatever other types of airplane there were. Weighing in at about 5,000 pounds, it's got a 600 horsepower Pratt & Whitney radial engine on it. We've talked about the radial engine. He's a third generation lover of aviation. He was commissioned in the Army and attended Army Officer Basic Course where he learned to command platoon-sized elements of M1A1 Abrams main battle tanks. But now, let's watch as he does what he loves to do more than anything else, and that's fly the radial rumble. That's the sound of many sonic booms the propeller tips are making. Now, as Jeff gets set up for his next maneuver, if you look to the left, the jet truck is being towed down the line, and you can give Hayden Prophet II a big wave. From the right, diving down now at approaching 175 miles an hour. Let's see what he's got for us. When he goes up, he goes into what is called the 4-point hesitation roll. Stops very crisply every 90 degrees of rotation. Just to give you an idea of the power of this engine on the radial rumble, this Pratt & Whitney R1340, 1,340 cubic inches of displacement. Each of its 9 cylinders is larger than the total displacement of Harley-Davidson's biggest bikes. Was also flown by the United States, in addition to the United States military, by the militaries of nearly 30 other allied nations. Canadian Air Force, they gave their aircraft names, not just numbers. And they called the airplane that you see here the Harvard. It indeed was an institution of higher learning.
I got my money, and I can't let go. I'm killing every second till it sings my soul. I've been running till the love runs out, till the love runs out, and we'll stop.
This is possibly the most difficult maneuver an aerobatic pilot can fly. It's called the slow roll. And it is said that if you can fly a slow roll well, you can fly any aerobatic maneuver well. And so, if you will, join me in a nice hand for Jeff Shetterly. He's not done yet, though. Jeff wants to thank his sponsor, Dodson International Parts, for their incredible support. Whether you're looking for parts for a Cessna 150 or a Boeing 747, you can check Dodson.com. And also Brogdon Aviation for their engine support and helping bring youth back into aviation. This is the 8-point hesitation roll, doubling the number of stops from the 4-point, stopping at every 45 degrees. Now, he's going to set up for a photo pass, but here's the coolest thing about this demonstration. This is Jeff's first time to fly at Pensacola, but it's not this airplane's first time to fly at Pensacola. It served here, this very airplane served here at NAS Pensacola from 1945 to 1956, and this weekend is the first time it's been back home at Pensacola. This is Jeff Shetterly's dream show. He has wanted to be here so many times, and he's loving being here. Lightning and the thunder, thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder, 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 thunder.
Sometimes I get a feeling, yeah.
One more photo pass from Jeff Shetterly, and he's going to bug on back to Pensacola International. And he does a little wing wag for everybody. How about joining me in a big round of applause for Jeff Shetterly in the Radial Rumble? Just a minute, we'll be bringing Redline back in as Jeff Shetterly takes one buzz past the tower. Those folks are getting the best pictures of anybody in the entire place. Continuing to thank, of course, our primary title sponsor again this year. For many years of support, we thank Kia Autosport of Pensacola, Florida Blue, V2X, Collins Aerospace, ESA South, Leonardo Helicopters, Penn Air Credit Union, Cox Communications, the King Aero Management Group, Builder's First Choice, Bahre Breitling, Veterans Florida, Louis Baer, Mediacom Communications, Stations, Airbus, Cigna, Bergen Marine,